Most think a whisper is faint. But what if the softest sounds are the ones that carry the ancient message? You've walked past it 1,000 times, a flicker in the corner of sight, a clock striking at a strange minute, a breeze that knows your name. Perhaps it was nothing. Or perhaps it was the first line of a language you were born remembering. We'll return to this at the end. Imagine a dawn where the city hasn't woken yet. Windows still dream. Roads breathe a pale silver. You step outside, and the air feels new, like a page that wants to be read. The elders once said the world is a mirror, not a wall. They spoke of a living tapestry, where light and breath and stone speak in correspondences. As above, so below. As within, so without today. We explore a first gate on that path, the visible and the hidden, how the ordinary carries a secret light, and how signs appear the moment you slow your breath enough to notice. Here is our question. If the universe is speaking, where does its voice begin? With thunder? Or with dew on a leaf reflecting a sun you didn't know was rising inside you? Begin with the simplest thing, your breath. Inhale, a tide arrives. Exhale, a tide returns. This is the first rhythm, the one the body learned before words. Now, watch a candle flame. It stands, bends, returns, forever, in dialogue with the unseen air. You see fire. You don't see the currents shaping it. Yet both are the same sentence in two alphabets. The visible ink, the invisible intention. The old art of correspondence teaches that nature speaks through echoes, patterns, numbers, timings, reflections. The sky turns. The heart answers. A seed splits. A thought awakens. A bell rings. A memory stirs you for no reason you can name. Most call it coincidence. But listen. Coincidence is the surface of a depth. Two ripples meet because something beneath them is moving. Begin to test this gently. Choose a symbol today. The color gold, the image of a key. The number 3, and simply notice when it appears, without hunting it. Not to force meaning, to feel how meaning arrives on its own. Soon you'll sense a language that doesn't push. It invites, and you will realize you're not reading the world. The world is reading you. But that was only the beginning. Every sign asks for a transformation, however small. The first change is not outside, it's in attention. Attention is the alchemist's fire, gentle, steady, warm enough to turn noise into signal. Picture a mirror fogged by haste. You could polish the glass, or change the heat of the room. Slower breath is that change. Inhale. Let the air arrive without demand. Exhale. Let it leave without clinging. Now return to the candle. In that small flame live 3 secret qualities. Sulfur, the impulse. The spark, the red will to become. Mercury, the movement. The dance, the quicksilver mind. Salt, the form. The crystal that holds the light and shape. These are more than old words. They are patterns in you. When your will is harsh, the flame gutters. When your mind is scattered, the flame wavers. When your form is rigid, the flame starves. Balance them, and the fire speaks clearly. A paradox. To hear the whisper, you do not strain your ears, soften your gaze. You do not chase signs, you welcome them. The more you grasp, the quieter they become. The more you allow, the clearer they sound. Let this be the practice. Breathe, attend, allow. The moment you do, ordinary life begins to shine at the edges. As if the day has a second sun. Here is the key. The universe does not shout because it is already inside the room. The whisper is not far away. It rises from the meeting of inner and outer. Look again at breath, mirror, flame. Breath shows vibration. Everything moves, even in stillness. The mirror shows correspondence. The above reflects the below. The flame shows polarities, heat and clarity, movement and form married into light. When these principles align, a door you didn't know you carried swings open. The coincidence that brushes your day, a name repeated. A song at the exact moment you needed it. A quiet urge to turn left instead of right no longer feels random. It feels spoken to you, and yet keep a last humility. Not every pattern is a map. Not every ripple is a message. Wisdom is the art of resonance. What rings true arrives with calm. It's like a bell that knows your chest. So when the sign appears, don't clutch it. Sit with it. Ask, what are you echoing in me? Then listen. Often the response is a change in breath, a warmer stillness, a softness behind the eyes. That is the message entering form. We return to the question. Where does the voice begin? You suspected thunder? It began with dew, with a candle leaning toward a draft you couldn't see, with the simple rhythm that has guided you since your first day. Inhale, exhale. Most never notice how the universe whispers first, because the first word is not sound, is attention. Tonight, as the city dims and windows dream again, choose a gentle symbol and let it find you. If it returns, smile, breathe, and keep walking. The more you listen, the more the world remembers your name. And perhaps that is what the elders meant by light. Not what we see, but what quietly sees through us. Listen, and notice how the next breath already answers.